Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. I pray you are all well and excited and having fun with our getting ready for Ramadan. So, today we have someone really special with us today because this person helps us improve our relationship with food. Yes, you heard it. Helps us improve our relationship with food, and I know that I really need that. When I first heard that, I was actually really confused as to is what is that? What is even that, right? And I was thinking to myself, right, okay, so you're going to help me improve my relationship with an apple. Like, I don't get on with healthy food, like it's chocolate and all that kind of food that you shouldn't really be admitting out loud, right? And especially with this lockdown, the amount of weight that I have put on, I was like, oh no, I do need this. And I had that look on my face that, most of us, like, Asian Pakistani couples probably have when we're looking at a marriage counselor, thinking, you think you can help me? You can help my marriage? So let me tell you a little bit about Naheeda. Naheeda is the founder of My Body, My Amanah and Healthywealthypreneur. She is a coach and she helps you improve your relationship with food. Like I said, she helps you with your business and your mindset. And she believes that food and mindset, having a good relationship with this, can pretty much help you achieve anything, achieve your dreams, no matter how big they are. And she's been working within this field and calling on her personal experience since 2012 and training up on this. And I'm really looking forward to what Nahida has to say. And if you have any questions, please drop them throughout and we will put them forward to Nahida. And please do stay to the end because she has been working very hard to put a gift together for us, for the Parenting with Allah by My Side members, that I'm sure that you we will all benefit from, especially at the time of just before Ramadan, when we want to be able to push and focus towards spiritually improving and being able to get that iman high and be able to maintain that. And she will talk about how we can do that and use food to support our journey with Ramadan, rather than feeling that slump that you feel and you find it difficult with your Taraweeh after that. So, inshallah, Nahida, please take the stage.
Jazakallah khair, Salma. Thank you for such a beautiful introduction, and I'm really honored and excited to be here. Thank you so much for having me. So, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. So, Bismillah, I really want to address like all of these things that you were talking about. But first of all, I really want to let you know that it's going to be relaxed and it's not going to be too intense. I don't want to scare anyone, so inshallah, just let me know if you have any questions. If you can grab a pen and maybe a pad of paper, you could take some notes if you want to, or otherwise, I'm sure you're going to have access to the recording as well, so that's fine. So let's get started. So I'm grateful for being here, like I was saying, and we are going to be here talking about all of these things for with the focus on Ramadan, and not just Ramadan, but also beyond Ramadan. So in Ramadan, we want to, we want to be energetic, we want to be productive, we want to have a high state of iman, we want to be able to perform our daily tasks and our ibadah with ease. We don't want to be tired, we don't want to be lethargic. These are all the things that, mostly we all want in Ramadan. We want to also be connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We want to be able to focus on our salah, on our Quran, all of these things. And that's the focus of our talk today. How to be connected, to have a calm mind, basically, so that we can not be anxious, not be fearful, no matter what's going on around us. Because, as you know, there's so many different things going on in our homes or outside the home, in our communities, but most of all, even the whole world these days. There's just so much going on, and a lot of it is focused on how people are not feeling well. And this is why I wanted to touch on this, that Our health of our mind, our body, and our soul is so important. And it's even more important now because of all these different things that we're all going through as, like, not just the Ummah, but the whole world. So let's talk a little bit about I'm just going to introduce myself a little bit more. So I would just want to let you know that I am a mind healing high performance life coach. I've trained in NLP, hypnotherapy, meditation, energy healing, emotional healing, physical healing, CBT. I do counseling, and I'm COSCA registered. And I also do the Inside Out 3 Principles mentoring. I'm a clinical nutritionist, and my passion is the Quran. I just absolutely love Quran. I have my own class which I attend with my own teacher, but I also teach the Tajweed and to other people. I have 4 beautiful children. I have 2 successful businesses, alhamdulillah. And detoxing, cleansing, these are one of my passions, well, 2 of my passions. And I started this journey of detoxing and cleansing for myself about 12 years ago. And I really have a lot of fun doing this. And because I'm so passionate about it, I just want to help everyone do it, because these, the reason why a lot of us, we feel tired, we feel lethargic, is because our insides, they're just they can be clogged up. So when we're clogged up from the inside, in our intestines, in our bowels, I'll try and keep it as clean as possible. So when we're clogged up inside, it could be our bowels, which is the obvious thing, but it could also be our lymphatic system, even our cells. So it depends on how deep you're going. So the purpose of cleansing ourselves is to clean ourselves out so that we can absorb the nutrients. So that's just to give you like a picture of how cleansing the physical body will help it to heal, because you need the nutrients to get inside your body. And if you're not cleansed, if your bowels are not clean, whatever you eat will not be absorbed, right? So I just wanted to touch on that. So now I just want you to focus on. I did have some slides, I was quite organized. I made all the slides and everything, but for some reason I'm not able to share. I don't know, it might be my computer, I'm not really sure, but I will try and keep this as simple and as straightforward as I possibly can.
Naheeda,
So,
if you don't mind, what you could do is, could you send it to me? Could you,
how do I send it to you?
or
So
someone, do
we
you have?
Yeah, so Nita, if you download it from the Canva as a PDF and send it to me on WhatsApp, and I'll just forward it on, and then we can put it on here.
All right, okay. Okay, I've hit the download.
And then if you just send it to me, and then either way, on however which is faster for you, and I'll put it on.
Okay, so
Yeah, she got it. We heard
I've
this.
I've downloaded it. Now, how do I send it to you?
You
So
have
you can put it as an attachment if it's easier for you on Messenger or WhatsApp, either way.
Okay, so what's your email? Is it better for me to email it, or what do you think?
yeah, sure. You can email it. Email it here. I'm sending it to you on the private chat. Audience, if you have any questions, please do ask
Yeah,
Naheeda
just
while
ask questions. That's a good idea. Just ask any questions if you've got any questions.
Naheeda, you said that you are a nutritionist as well as a coach, right? And you help
Yeah,
women. And when someone was introducing you, she said that you help women see themselves in their business lives as well. You help women unblock, which I understand. Maybe my understanding might be wrong. Could you just talk more about how you help women in their professional lives, personal lives, bringing everything together?
Yeah, sure. Can I first ask you, where did you send the email? Because I just wanted to quickly
I've
paste it
I've
in.
sent it in your WhatsApp as well. I've sent the email in your WhatsApp as well.
All right, is it in can you send it into the messenger? Because
Okay.
then I can just copy and paste it quickly from there.
To all the audience, this is just so that all the hard work that Nahida has done comes to life, inshallah, so that everybody gets to see and learn, inshallah. So, just a bit
So
of
while we're waiting
technical.
for that, Naheeda, why don't you tell me, Iram, what's your relationship with food?
Ooh, my relationship with food is very bad.
I've got a really good relationship with food. We really get on. Like,
No,
I
I'm a
just
diabetic for the past 2 years, so yeah, it's not good.
yeah, I just feel that the way the social circles are, and especially coming from the background of being Pakistani, we socialize over food, and it's generally all that fried food and unhealthy food, right?
Yeah, yeah, that definitely is. SubhanAllah, Allahu Akbar. The fried, the amount of sugar intake everywhere around the world, the amount of carbs that we eat, the kind of breads that we are used to, not knowing the proportions of what's good, what's
Hmm.
bad. So all of it has to do so much.
Yes, yes, and I think we are probably the only ones that add that much amount of sugar even to vegetables. Like we turn carrots into a halwa, right? I don't
I
think
mean,
anyone else
I
does.
think that's a worldwide problem, honestly. I mean, like, look at the pies the Americans have: apple pie and this pie and that pie. Like, come on.
Yeah, but I think carrot gajrela is like the most unique thing you'll probably come across.
Okay, inshallah. Nahida, we'll figure this out while you continue speaking. I mean,
Okay, thank you, Jazakallah khair. Okay, so today I'm going to speak about the top 3 things that you can do straight away to detox your mind, your body, and your soul for an incredible Ramadan. So, the first of the 3 things to focus on is your mind. So, what's related to your mind is going to be your emotions, and so your mental health, your emotional health. So, here's what you can do right away. Okay, so to detox your mind and energize your mind for a spectacular Ramadan experience, what you need to do is 3 things. I've tried to simplify this in a way that you can apply these 3 things to the other 3 topics, which is the mind, the body, and the soul. So the first thing to do then is to pinpoint and analyze. Okay, these 2 things: pinpoint and analyze. That's the first step. So pinpoint, what is it? What are the negative things, the toxic things that are that could be affecting your emotions, your mental health in a way that is detrimental to you? For example, just identify, like, are you thinking negative thoughts? Are you having some anxiety? What sort of negative thoughts are you thinking, if you are thinking some negative thoughts? Just just focus on, how are you feeling? What sort of thoughts are you thinking that are causing you to feel that way? Are you feeling anxious? So if you're feeling anxious, just go back and think, what was I thinking before I was feeling anxious? Was I fearful? Was I afraid of something happening in the future? Was I afraid of something just happening now? Whatever it is that you're afraid of and fearful of will cause you anxiety. So this is classed as one of the negative things. So we're going to talk about the negative things first, because these are the things that we need to pinpoint and analyze. Are we experiencing these things? So I can't really see anyone's questions or anything. So maybe Salma could tell me if anyone's got any questions there. So other negative things, what kind of negative things can you think of? Other negative emotions and thoughts that you might be thinking negative thoughts about yourself, or you might be thinking negative thoughts about your children or your family, your husband, anyone or anything. The thing is, it's the thoughts that lead to the feelings. So if you have negative thoughts in any shape or form, you will be having these negative feelings. Like if you think that my children never listen to me, so that's a negative thought, and it's like a pattern that will keep coming again and again. It will cause you to feel angry or upset. All these different kinds of emotions you can feel, or you can feel lots of different kinds of negative thoughts when you are just thinking and holding on to your thoughts. So the very first thing is to remember about your thoughts. What sort of thoughts are you thinking? Are you present in the moment, or are you in the past? Are you thinking things like, if only I had done this, if only I had done that? So the thing is, our mind is it is basically like a vessel, just like our heart, right? So it holds things, it holds all these thoughts. If you are thinking negative thoughts of the past, you will never be able to move to the future. Even you will be finding it hard to be living in the present moment, let alone the future. And these sort of things, what they do is they also affect our children, they affect the people around us. So you don't want to be living in the past, because living in the past, it also makes us, it kind of makes us lose our personality. Our personality is formed with, even our personality is formed by our thoughts, because we start living those things that we're thinking. So think about the things that you're thinking. Are they positive? Are they negative? And it's not you that's thinking them. So don't start thinking that, oh, I can stop thinking, because you can't. You can't stop thinking. The thoughts just come. They don't come by your own actions. That you don't bring the thoughts on. A lot of the thoughts are actually from the shaitan, especially negative thoughts, the ones that are from people. Now, you might think, why is she going on and on about thoughts? It's because thoughts they are the very first thing that cause the feeling, and the feelings can be very, very powerful. So when you have negative thoughts, you get the negative feelings. And then when you get the negative feelings, then this is what causes what they say is a chemical imbalance in the brain. And then people say, okay, that person's got a chemical imbalance in the brain, they're depressed. But it all starts with thoughts. You might think that, you've never heard that before, but if you look into it and if you think about it, it is very, very understandable. So what you need to do is just be aware of your thoughts, right? Be aware of the negative thoughts that you're thinking, or that are coming to you. So, are you feeling sad? Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling anxious? Are you thinking of bad thoughts about others? And just remember, in our deen, we're reminded to think good thoughts of others. So we're reminded to give them the benefit of the doubt. And there's a hadith about that, about how we should make 70 excuses for our brothers and sisters and not think bad thoughts about them. So this is something to ponder over. When we have a negative thought about someone, just be aware. One of the best ways to be aware is just be mindful in that moment. Just realize that, oh, I got this thought about that person. Okay, a thought can come. You're not responsible for that thought coming, but you're responsible if you're holding on to it, if you start believing it. So all of these kind of things, they are toxic for our brain. They're not just for our brain, our body, our mind, our soul, our heart, everything. The thoughts are one of the worst things. That's why I'm starting with the mind and the thoughts. And it's very, very important to just let them go. Don't even hold on to them. Just be aware, be mindful. The very first step is to be mindful of the thoughts that come. And please do this, right? Do this straight away, starting from like today. Just to be aware of the thoughts that come to your mind, whether it's about you, your health, whether it's about your children, what they're doing or not doing, whether it's about other people, no matter what it is, whether it's about the future, you're worried about the future or anything, just be aware of the thoughts. Don't hold on to them, just let them go. And just, if they keep coming, then just say, oh, it's just those silly thoughts again, and just let them go. Because if you start doing this, then your children will also start doing that. They'll realize that it's everything, all the negative things that come from the thoughts, and they will let their thoughts go. And they won't get into it, because children aren't supposed to be overly thinking anyway. But if we are like that, if we just overly think things all the time, if our mind is just always busy with thoughts, negative ones especially, then our children, they grasp onto that, and then they start doing those things as well. So just remember to apply that strategy. So pinpoint and analyze, right? So everyone will be different. So, just figure out what thoughts is it that you're thinking, right? And are coming to you. And then just clear them away, extract them, right? Just let them go. So in the term of thoughts, you would just let them go. There's nothing else you do. You just let them go. You just think, okay, well, I don't want those thoughts. I'm not having those thoughts. You just make a decision. When you get good at this, you don't even have to make the decision. You just let go. You're just like, okay, I'm not having it. That's it. So then you replace them, right? You replace them with good thoughts. So let's go back to about yourself and the people around you, especially. And then obviously it's going to go out to everyone else. So if it's about yourself, if you're being critical of yourself and you're having bad thoughts about yourself, do this for yourself, right? You'll see an amazing difference. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to the people around you. Be kind to your children. So replace those negative thoughts with good ones. Have good opinions about your children, yourself, your family, other people. So that's the thing about the mind, right? So you cleanse the mind like that. And the way we relate this to Ramadan is that, in Ramadan, we want to be better people. We want to be better to ourselves. We want to be better to other people, our family, our children. So this is the start of not just a new Ramadan, it's the start of a new you. This is going to be phenomenal. If you apply this strategy of being aware of your thoughts, okay, this is all for your mind. Okay, it's gonna heal you from anxiety, depression, everything that's to do with the mind, right? So just be aware. So pinpoint, analyze, okay, and clear away, extract, as in the case of the thoughts, you let them go. You just don't hold on to them. And you replace them with good ones. So you praise yourself, you praise your children, you praise whoever deserves praise, okay? You thank people, you praise them, and that really is beneficial. So now we'll go on to the soul. So that was the three things about the way to help the mind. So now we're going to go to the soul. So for the soul, we need to be mindful of the state of our soul. We want to ask ourselves, what are we doing to cleanse our soul? So just think about that right now. What are we doing to cleanse our soul? And what are we doing to clean and purify our heart? Now you might wonder, why am I talking about the heart when I'm just spoken about the soul? It's because the heart and the soul are connected. And our hearts are the vessels which can harbor resentment and jealousy. And if we hold resentment, this basically, not literally, but almost literally, it burns away inside us. Okay? Resentment is something that is harmful for our soul, but it's also harmful for our physical health. So all of this is related, like all the things that I'm talking about, the mind, the body, and the soul, they're all related. We can't have the health of one of those things and not have the health of the other. And we can't be not well in one aspect and be well in the other. They all go hand in hand together. So we need to have the health of all of them to have 100% health in our body, our mind, and our soul. So if you think about those things, right? So our hearts, they are the vessels which can harbor resentments and jealousy. So just think about that. Like, are you resenting anyone? Are you resenting yourself or anyone else? Did someone do something that you just can't forgive? Because if we don't forgive, right, these are things we want to do, especially before Ramadan, but we want to do them anyway because it's not something we want to live with, because resentment is something that it can actually cause illnesses and diseases in our body, even though it's the other person that harmed us. So it's kind of ironic that other people might have wronged us, and we're the ones that because we've not forgiven them, we're holding the resentment within our heart, which is harming us. So it's kind of like very ironic that they do that to us, but then we can't even harm them. We're harming ourselves, basically. Not that we want to harm them, but you know what I mean. Because our resentment is not harming them, basically. It's harming us. So forgiving someone is not for them. You're forgiving for yourself, for Allah's sake, and for yourself. Okay, you're forgiving someone to please Allah. You're not forgiving them to please them. So think about all the people who you could forgive. If there's anyone, then think about forgiving them and ask others to forgive you. So it's just very beneficial to do that before Ramadan, and it's really, really beneficial for your body as well. And jealousy. So jealousy, envy, all these bad feelings towards others, they destroy our hearts, right? And if our hearts are not pure and clean, then our soul will not be pure and clean. And so we want to be speaking about others in a good way. We don't want to be, we need to think about this. Are we speaking about anyone in a negative way? Whether it's just us or in front of our children, think about that. And then what you can do straight away is the same thing. You just do the drill. Pinpoint and analyze. Number one is pinpoint and analyze. So pinpoint who are you resenting for what, and who are you jealous about or envious. No matter how good we are, no matter how pious we are, no matter anything, right? Well, at the end of the day, we're all humans, and those feelings, they can and do come in our hearts. But what we can do about it is just let go. Just make the decision. No, I'm not going to do this. Make that intention. Ask Allah to help you. One of the things that my teacher once told me was that to be sincere in something, we need to ask Allah for it. So if you want to be sincere in forgiving people, forgiving others, and not being jealous and not being envious, if you want to be sincere in that, if those thoughts come in your mind, just ask Allah to make it easy for you. We can't do it by ourselves. We're just humans. Everything that we do it because Allah allows us and gives us that ability to do it. And we can only do it with Allah's hukum. So we need to ask Allah for everything. We need to ask Allah to give us that sincerity, to give us that power to be able to do it. So then clear away that's you clearing away. Basically, that is you clearing away, extracting them. Okay, so ask Allah to purify your heart and do it yourself. Just forgive the person, be grateful for the experience, whatever it was, because I'm sure that we will have grown from that experience, whether it's lessons learned or any other way. We will have got something, because as Muslims we know this, that whatever happens to us in our life, whether it's good or bad, we always learn something, we always gain something. It's not bad. There's always good with it. So the lessons come with it, the ease comes with it. you know. So, and then replace it with something that's better. So to replace something better and to re-establish something that's better in the place of those kinds of things would be to wish for those people good. Now, if it's someone who's wronged you and you're angry and you don't want to forgive them, then only you will suffer, right? They're not going to suffer, only you will. So what you could do to replace it is you could basically forgive them, and with people who you might have been jealous or envious, you could wish for them what you wish for yourself. And there's a hadith about this that the Prophet ﷺ said that you're not a true believer if you don't wish for your brother or sister in Islam what you wish for yourself. And it's actually really, really enjoyable, and it makes you feel joyful when you actually wish for others what you wish for yourself. Allah is the King of Kings. Allah's majesty is so brilliant and it's so vast. Allah's treasures are vast. There's no limit to Allah's treasures. So Allah has so much to give everyone. Allah can give you more than what you're asking, and Allah can give more than that to the other people. So everything you're asking for yourself, it's not that if you get it, there won't be any left for anyone else, so that's why you have to get it all yourself. No. Whatever you ask for, you can ask for the same for the other person, and Allah will give you more and give them more. So there's abundance. There's actually abundance for everyone with everything, absolutely everything. So there's no need for us to be jealous of anyone. There's no need to envy anyone. There's more than enough. There's more than enough work. There's more than enough jobs. There's more than enough money. There's more than enough everything. And who better to ask than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And this is the best time to do it, And these, inshallah, will be like amazing habits that we will develop. And like I said, all the things we do to improve ourselves, it benefits us in our health, it benefits in our personality, it benefits us in our home with our children, other communities, other people. All the good things that you do, whether it's to do with your mind, your soul, all these things that are spoken about, when you focus on these things for yourself, it's like you become a light. It's almost like you're this light that's shining on others. And then your light, because it's shining on others, it's going to affect the other people in a good way. It's like you're passing on your light, your beautiful light. You're shining on them, so they will shine. So goodness brings more goodness, and you're going to really, really, make everyone flourish. It's like wherever you go, there's flourishing going on because you're flourishing and everyone else is flourishing around you. And so now let's go to the body. So the body is, let me just have a wee look here, because I think I don't know if I've missed anything here, sorry. Yeah, so think of the things that, that will fill your heart, with love for others. If you want for them what you want for yourself, fill up your soul and your heart with the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because, when you fill up your soul and your heart with the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then you're that makes you more connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you focus, and that makes you want to focus on your salah, on the khushu of your salah, focus on your Quran. And if you focus on what you do to please Allah, it's that makes you needy of Allah, and that's the best thing, to only need Allah and not to need anyone else. And then Allah helps you. When you ask Allah for anything, Allah gives it to you because you're putting in your effort. You're not going to be that mediocre Muslim who just, comes out in Ramadan and just does and just does the things that that you think you should do in Ramadan. No, focus on really developing yourself. Being close and connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And focus on the khushu in the salah, because your salah is just becomes so beautiful, and it helps you to have a calm mind with when you've got your khushu in your salah as well, because it's basically, this is our best meditation that we could have. You see the non-Muslims, they talk about meditation, and meditation is amazing, right? But the best meditation is the meditation in salah. So the way to get that is to get your khushu. So one of the, I'm sure there's lots and lots of talks out there by scholars and people who have lots and lots of knowledge, but I can tell you this, that if you learn the meanings behind Surah Al-Fatiha and your salah, if you learn the English meanings or the Urdu, whatever it is language you speak the best, then that will really, really help you to get khushu, because you can actually make pictures, you can visualize things in your mind when you're having that khushu, and it's just so relaxing and it makes you feel so peaceful. And this is actually very healing for your body. So this is what I was saying about how everything is connected. Like when we were talking about things about the mind, when you let go of these negative thoughts, you will have a calm mind, and having a calm mind helps your body to be healthy, helps your body um, to be in a state of healing. So you want your body to be in a state of healing. You don't want your body to be in that place where people are when they're in the stress mode. When you're in stress mode, the healing does not take place. Your immune system, it shuts down, and that's what you don't want. So being in the state of the khushu when you're in your salah, it helps you to be in that state of the healing. So imagine you're in this beautiful place of the parasympathetic mode, where your body is healing, you're connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're thinking of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're thinking of your aakhirah, and yeah. So all of these things, they have an energy, right? So now that I'm just touched on the energy, I just want to let you know that there's an ebook that you can get by clicking on a link later on. And so if you get that ebook, you'll learn all about energy. But I won't talk about that right now, though. I just reminded me because I was talking about energy, because energy is all around us. We have our own energy. Our body has an energy field. It's a real thing. The earth has energy. This is why walking barefoot on grass or sand, it helps to ground you. And when that happens, then your body is restored to a balanced state of energy, which is quite a good healing state as well. And this is something the Prophet ﷺ used to do as well, to walk sometimes barefoot. So yeah, and then also foods have energy, but we'll talk about those in a minute. So yeah, let's get to the foods then. So the body. So be mindful and reflect upon the state of your body. Okay, think about what state is your body in right now. Right, so just think about that. So how are you feeling right now in your body? Are you lethargic? Are you tired? Ask yourself, how does it impact you? Like, being tired. Do you get all your ibadah done, your salah done, all your tasks, all your housework, whatever you're doing, the workouts you want to do? Are you able to do them in a normal everyday life? And in Ramadan, how do you want to be in Ramadan? In the state that you're in, are you happy with that? Do you want to make it better? Are you okay being tired? Are you okay with the aches and pains here and there? And so now ask yourself, what are you having what's your diet? What do you eat? Remind yourself, have a look, reflect. Are the things you're eating, are they toxic? Are they chemicals like white sugar? Because white sugar is actually a chemical. It's not a real food. White sugar does not need to have a sell-by date, a best before date. It's because it's not in the state of food anymore. By the time they're finished with it, and by the time they've processed it, is not classed as a food anymore. If you put it in the garage, the rats will not eat it. And then, so now think about also, how are you protecting your children from toxic foods? Are you making healthy foods for yourself, which is maybe moderately healthy, as in normally healthy, as in your salon roti or vegetables and things? Are you making those for yourself? And are you making pastas, white pastas, and giving sunny D's and things to the children? Are you giving them different food, basically? And if you are, then is it better food than yours nutritionally or not? Or is it worse? Think about that. Are you being a good role model? And the good role model thing, I want you to reflect about that, about the other topics as well, like the mind and the soul. Like, are you being a good role model in this sense and in those senses? Whatever you do is what your children are going to do. You don't need to tell them anything. They just look at us and then they just want to do what we're doing. So think about those things to do with the foods that you're eating. So just think about the foods that are poisonous for our bodies. You know, the foods that are not good for us, they are processed foods, white sugar products, dairy products, because they're acidic, and also white flour products, fried foods like donuts. One of the worst foods on the planet is donuts because it's got white flour, white sugar, and oil, and it's not a good oil, and they're fried. French fries, fried chicken, samosas. Sorry, samosa lovers. Samosas, pakoras, all these things that are fried, they're very bad for us. So these foods, they're basically like poison for our cells. The oil, it seeps into our cells, and it's very bad oils, and they prevent the insulin from this. The oil prevents the insulin from doing its job because it goes into the cell, so the insulin can't get the sugar in, and so the sugar is just floating about in the body. And they have bad oils, and there's too much of them, are the causes of diabetes and things like that, and other illnesses and diseases as well. So eating too much processed sugar, refined carbs, they cause an imbalance in the body, right? So the imbalance in the body is especially, it'll be in the gut, and this can cause a decrease in the beneficial flora. And when there's a decrease in the beneficial flora, that's when the body goes out of harmony. And then you can get an increase in bad bacteria and parasites. Now, most people, right, have parasites, but they're very minimal. But when there's an imbalance because of our diets, our thoughts, so yeah, you might be thinking, why is she mentioning thoughts? Well, the thoughts actually do affect the flora, our gut and our digestion, because all the negative emotions, they come from thoughts, right? So the thoughts cause the feelings affect our body, because then we're stressed, and stress is one of the biggest causes of illnesses and diseases, along with toxins. One of the other biggest causes is toxins in our body, which is also caused by stress, because when we are stressed, our kidneys don't function properly in the sense of filter properly the lymph, and let me tell you this in a better way so you can understand it. So basically, the stress, because of the way that the stress hormones are released because of stress, right? So when we're stressed, then our brain releases these stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, right? So if you have it occasionally, it's not too bad, it's fine. But if it becomes chronic, right, if you're very stressed all the time, then these stress hormones, they create havoc in the body. And one of the things that goes down with those is the adrenals. So adrenals, they don't function as well. Then when the adrenals go down, then the kidneys can go down. So they're all affected, like our whole bodily system is affected by stress. And then the lymph can back up, and the toxins which are in the lymph, because that's what comes out when we go to bathroom, right? So then that just stays in the body, and then that's just, it's not good, and you want to get that out. You want to detox and cleanse and help yourself, heal. So it's not good when we're all clogged up like that. And like I said, it's all connected. It's not one thing, just do this, just eat healthy food and vitamins, and doesn't matter about stress. No, it doesn't work that way. So to help ourselves function better, we need to look after ourselves, put ourselves first, because our body is an Amanah, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to ask us, how did we look after our body? So we need to help our body to function better. We need to give ourselves some time, some me time, time to relax and to be able to prepare the vegetables. And what you can do is just make them at a time, cut them, chop them, put them in the fridge, store them, just organize yourself. And each and every one of our cells has a brain. Okay, so think of each and every one of your cells to have a brain. And also, even our cells, they poop. So the cells, they release toxins into our lymph. And this is what, when we cleanse our body, this is what comes out, as well as what's in our bowels. And what comes out from the cells is called cellular waste. And it's released into like I said, into the lymphatic system through the kidneys and the bladder. This is how we eliminate it. So what we want is self-cleaning. We want our body to self-cleanse, and which we get if we clean our bowels from the toxins that we've accumulated over the years. And if we don't clean our bodies from those toxins, then we could eat all the best food on the planet, we could eat all the best vitamins, but they won't get absorbed because our bowels will be all clogged up, so we can't absorb them. So all the money is down the drain. So that's why it's a really good idea to cleanse our bodies and treat our bodies right. And Allah has made just amazing, natural, healthy food. And this healthy food that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created is what we should be eating. So Allah created it especially to nourish our bodies, and that's what happens, because these foods that are natural foods are what heal us. Food is so powerful. And this is what I use in my cleansing program, the healing cleansing program that I'm going to offer you a discount in very soon. That's what we do there. We use food. Okay, so it's not shakes that are processed or anything. No, it's natural foods. So what we need to do about this, what to do about your bodily health, is do the same thing. Okay, so pinpoint and analyze. Okay, pinpoint what is it you're eating that is not good for you. So analyze that as well. What toxins are you ingesting? Is there environmental ones? Is there chemicals in the home where you're using for cleaning or spraying in the air? What are you eating through your food? Is it the bad oils? Is it the sugars? Is it the processed foods? What are you doing? So identify that, right? Pinpoint it, and then extract it. Take it away. Take it away from your diet. Take it away from your cleaning products. Get natural things to put on your skin. Have healthier alternatives, and then re-establish the things that are better. So replace the bad things for the good things. So if you want to cleanse your body and help prevent illnesses and diseases, or help yourself heal mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, then do these steps. Just pinpoint the things that you're taking in that are bad for you. Just look at the things more carefully when you're buying them in the supermarket, and then remove the things don't buy the things that are not good for you, clear them away and out of your life, out of your body, and then replace the bad for the good. And that will help you heal and energize for maximum productivity. And this is what we do on my program, but you can do it right now. You can start doing this now, and then in Ramadan, you will see that even if it's just like, what is it today? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. In 4 days, if you do this, just take away all the chemically sort of laden food, the processed food, all the junk food. Just take it out. Just cook from scratch and eat healthy foods. Do all the things that I was saying with your soul and your mind. and you will see that you will feel better, you will look better, and you will be more like, feel your body will feel lighter. And if you want to learn more about what foods to eat, you can do this by joining my free group at My Body, My Amanah. You can send me a private message, or if there's a link there somewhere, you can click that link, and you can request access by answering the questions. And I look forward to helping you so you can help yourself and your families. And if you would like to do my cleanse, I want to offer you a special discount today. And what this cleansing healing program does is it helps you to reduce inflammation in your body. It helps to reduce weight if you want to. If you don't want to reduce weight, then I have ways of you not reducing weight while you're doing it, and it will help you to have clearer, healthier, glowing skin, have more focus and concentration in your mind, and it will help you have super energy. So if you want to sign up for that program, which is starting after Ramadan, 2 weeks after Ramadan, if you sign up for it today, so the full price for it is £495 or £97, and the early bird price is £397. But I was telling beautiful Salma here that I will give a special discount to all of her members there, you guys. So the special discount you get is 25% off the early bird price, which brings it down to £297. But anyone who wants to just jump in and join today, in the sense of sign up for it today, you get an extra £50 off, so you can have it for £247 instead of the full price, which is £497. And yeah, so just let me know, just send me a private message, or let Salma know, or just send me a private message, because the link on the actual program, I'm going to change it tomorrow to the special price I'm offering to all of you guys, which is £297. So I'll change that link tomorrow, and you can sign up through there. But if you don't want to do it today, if you want to jump in, do it today, just send me a private message, and I'll send you a separate link where you can sign up, inshallah. And so Jazakallah khair, thank you so much. It's been really nice. So thank you for being patient with me. I was a little bit nervous at the beginning because I didn't have my slides, but then I just went into freestyle. And so thank you, Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah Naheeda, your freestyle was amazing. We have a few questions, so inshallah we'll go into them as well. I've just had someone saying that the links aren't clicking. The links should also be in the video YouTube. So if you go to Parenting with Allah by My Side YouTube channel, and under the video, it should be in the description link as well. And we will post them again as well under the videos in Facebook as well. So the link to the actual Facebook page, the groups, the page to be able to buy it, all over there as well. And one of the questions we've got is about the program is how long is the program?
Okay, the program is 21 days.
21 days, and it's starting after Ramadan.
And it's starting after Ramadan, yeah.
Okay, perfect. And I've also said I had a very interesting question here. And it was about thoughts, and it's saying is a sad emotion considered negative?
A sad emotion it is considered negative. It's considered negative because the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I can't remember the exact hadith and exactly the way it was said, but it was something to the effect of this, that the Prophet ﷺ was told by Jibreel al-Islam that Allah... sorry.
How are you?
Sorry, that's my class that's going to be starting soon. So I'll just, if you hold on a second, I'm just going to move this away from here. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so the Prophet ﷺ was very sad. I think it was about the time when the Prophet ﷺ went to Taif, and then the treatment that he got there, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, made him very sad. And then I think it was about that time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent a message through Jibreel alayhi salam to tell the Prophet sallam not to be sad. So I'm not sure if it was that hadith, but I just remember that the Prophet sallam was asked not to be sad because, you know, sadness is what affects our body as well in a not in a very bad way, not in a good way at all, because it just brings us down. It brings our energy down, and when our energy is down, we're not in a state of healing. And a lot of illnesses and diseases, they start sometimes when people are in a low state of energy for a long period of time. So
Okay.
if you yeah, so see if you buy a book called The Medicine of the Prophet. I don't know if you know about that book.
Yes.
Yeah, so in there it is spoken about as well that sadness is something that it just wastes the body away. That's kind of how it's put there.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense. It makes sense. So it's the effect of that sad emotion that you're saying that creates that negative. Obviously with around certain things, like for example death, we know that we have certain days that we have been told that we can mourn within, but you're saying that the general sad emotion of visiting those sad emotions going back and back again can create that negative feeling. That makes sense. I've really enjoyed listening to your talk and looking at how I can actually move forward and cleanse in a way that it is effective by doing it in the mind, in the body, and the soul. Because generally, when we think of a cleanse, we think of like a detox, like eating healthy, but we don't generally extend it to the other areas. And if we're thinking about fixing ourselves spiritually, we just think about the soul side, we don't think about the other side. So, this is really good. And I really like how you spoke about thoughts, and it's an interesting one because it's something that I feel that even being a mom of an 8-year-old, sometimes my daughters ask me questions that I'm just thinking, where are these thoughts coming from? Why have you even got these thoughts? And it's a good way to think of them. Thoughts will come, but you need to replace them with good. So I really like that as well. Jazakallah.
Barakallah feek.
Yeah, and I would really encourage everybody to have a look at the links and have a read. And Jazakallah Nida for your generous offer for the members of having the discount for joining up to the actual course. And it's a beautiful gift to give. And what more can you ask for if you're giving someone an understanding of how to improve themselves long term, and actually benefit from that, inshallah. So jazakallah for that.
Okay, Barakallah feek. And also, there's an ebook for everyone there as well. I think there's going to be a link. I think you've got the link for the ebook, and they can
It's
get that for
already been
free,
put into the
inshallah.
descriptions, and it has already been posted in the actual video in YouTube as well.
Okay, brilliant, inshallah. And that's so many different ways that people can get high energy if they have a look at that ebook, inshallah.
Inshallah. Jazakallah for your time. And
Okay, Barakallah feek.
inshallah, if you have any questions to ask Naheeda directly, please do get in contact with Naheeda, and I'm sure she will be happy. And if you've got any questions that maybe were personal and you didn't want to ask, she's amazing from the way that she helps you, and she really does not judge you in any way. So I do pray that you will take advantage of that, inshallah.
Okay, Jazakallah khair, Salma. Thank you so much to all of your team and yourself for having me, and it's been a pleasure to be here and speak with all of you. Thank you so much.
Jazakallah to you for making time and coming on. Jazakallah.
Barakallah feek.